Welcome to our members, colleagues, and friends joining us from all over the world. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bob Chalker, and I have been the CEO of NACE International for the past 10 years. And now I am the CEO of the new organization we are introducing today. I'm excited to be here for this day when NACE and SSPC officially become one organization. Before we get started, I want to share with you some of what's been going on behind the scenes at NACE and SSPC's offices. Today may be our new organization's birthday, but staff has been working hard together with member leaders for over 2 years to make sure our new organization is ready to serve all members and customers, and that it's also built to last. The entire staff of both organizations has been retained, and they've been working hard to get to know each other, becoming one team. I'm proud to be at the helm of this terrific organization. To introduce you to your new association, we would like to share the process that has brought us to this point, what members and industry can look forward to in the future, and then the big reveal of our new name and logo. To get things started, I'd like to introduce two people who were instrumental in initiating, or should I say renewing, the idea of a merger and have provided the guiding light to see us through. Terry Greenfield, former president of NACE International, and Joe Walker, former president of SSPC, the Society for Protective Coatings. Terry and Joe, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate the introduction. Joe, to get this started, I guess a lot of the conversations focused on, how did this start? Do you remember the big bump?
I can't forget the big bump. I remember we were doing a town hall at the SSPC convention, and people asked, how did all of this start? And I said, well, I bumped into Terry Greenfield at the SSPC show last year or 2 years ago in New Orleans. And you said, yeah, it was a big bump. And I agreed. A couple big guys bumping into each other at a show floor. And that's when we first talked about what if. You were president-elect of NACE, and I was president-elect of SSPC. And we really didn't do anything for 2 months until the NACE convention happened. And then the big bump happened on the floor, and we said, why wouldn't we try this when we're in these positions? We knew each other, we trusted each other, and the rest is history.
Well, I think we've been hearing about it for years. I mean, there were several attempts prior. I think this time we just recognized that there were a lot of us that have known each other for a long time, and there was a lot of trust. And again, there was a lot of discussion from membership and why it had never happened, and was there an opportunity for it to happen again, for the two organizations to come together as one. And I'm feel very fortunate that we kind of set and fell into this at the right time with the right group of people and the right atmosphere, and things have moved forward pretty well.
Yeah, I'm really pleased. I represent an international corporation, and I know that you do work internationally. Most of our members for both organizations have an international focus. And historically, NACE and SSPC were always US based. The combination of the two allowed us to start from a clean slate and really make this new organization global in its scope and focus for the members.
Oh, I think there's a lot of opportunity. We've seen, truly this time, the makeup of the committees and the boards, we've really got a strong international component, probably at least on the NACE legacy side more than ever before. So I see there's a lot of great opportunities there.
And more opportunities for members to participate on committees. A lot of ability for members to participate in the organization, and not just relegate all of the work to just a few members doing all the work at the same time. This is really going to be more inclusive and more international in scope, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me ask you a question. What was your biggest takeaway from this whole experience?
I see such an opportunity. Let me backtrack a minute. Here we are right now, instead of being on a stage together and exchanging, or exchanging words and handshakes there, we're in a digital format. And I think we've all become more comfortable and more familiar with how to use it. I see that as being a strong component of our international, of having true participation internationally on standards committees, on the program committees and task groups, whatever may pop up, that we've gotten used to it. We know how to do it better. So I think the future, I hope we're not confined to this methodology for the future, but I think it's going to present us with an opportunity to have a better, truly worldwide global participation within the organization. How about you?
My biggest takeaway was when we started this process, I thought there was more overlap between the two organizations. And when we did the hard data analysis, it turned out there was very little overlap in standards, in training, certification. It was really, it made more sense the more we went into the discussion for a merger to merge. There wasn't a duplication of effort. And you know, I've been in this industry 25 years. You've been in this industry almost 100 years. Sorry.
Thank you. Feels that way.
We had so much in common, but so little overlap. And my biggest takeaway is just how much more effective this new organization is going to be for the needs of the members and the member organizations.
Absolutely agree. Before we hand this back over, which I think is your response, but I do want to make a note. What a great staff, what a great group of individuals on the transition teams. This would not have worked without the people that have been involved from the staff level through the membership on the transition teams, and just, again, the right people in the right place at the right time were a big factor in this.
Not only the staff, but we have to do a special shout out to the two executives for the two organizations. Bob Chalker and Bill Worms were the most unselfish, member-oriented, staff-oriented executives that I could have ever imagined. I was just so grateful for their hard work and unselfishness. It was really impressive to see.
Absolutely agree.
So with that being said, Mr. Chalker, back to you.
Thanks, Joe and Terry, and thank you for your kind words. I also have to say it's been impressive working with the members of both NACE and SSPC who've come together as allies on behalf of the entire membership of both organizations and the industry we serve. Throughout the merger discussions, they've been mindful of the wants and the needs of the entire membership. Now, to tell you more about what you can look forward to in the future, I'd like to introduce the incoming chair and vice chair for one of the new organization's two governing boards. This one will have oversight of our standards and technical activities, conferences and events, education and training, research activities, publications, and pre-professional programming. Joyce Wright is our incoming chair, and Chris Connor is our incoming vice chair. Joyce and Chris, over to you.
Thank you, Bob. There's a lot to look forward to with this merger. I'm most looking forward to bringing together both organizations' expertise that's been instrumental in developing standards, educational courses, certifications, just to name a few, that will support and grow the needs of our industry across the globe. Together with one voice, contractors, owners, craftsmen, corrosion experts, manufacturers, consultants, we can do more together to advance the industry and protect societies across the globe. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Well, Joyce, as you know, I was a painting contractor by trade, so I'm really looking forward to the benefits that the merger is going to bring to us. And it was always difficult, and I'm sure it was for many of our colleagues, to try to make a decision of which conference you might attend in a single year. And it eats up a lot of resources, financial and time resources. So that was a difficult position to be in. Now we're all going to be together as one association. We can go to one show. We don't have to make that decision about which one we want to go to anymore. And it's so important for us to be together with our colleagues and our peers, our raw material suppliers, our customers. We'll all be in one place at one time. So that's a tremendous benefit that I think every member will enjoy.
I agree with you. Another thing that I saw that created even more confidence in this process was the way the two staffs came together. They worked so well on so many projects. Even the members that volunteered their own time to help was very impressive. Did you see that, Chris?
Without a doubt. And well, we had 13 integration teams working on this project, and they never failed to impress the dedication, the passion they put into this, the amount of work they put into this, as you well know. And the amazing thing that came out of it was that as we looked at the way each association had handled their various programs, and as we merged those two processes, we found better ways to do things. So I quite frankly think that the net result of all that is that all of our activities now, whether it be standards or certifications, education, conferences, is going to be a better product than what we had individually before.
I think both of us together, along with our board and our members, we're going to continue to grow our new organization into a one-stop shop that everyone turns to for answers, ideas, resources, even sharing new technologies that we're all going to need.
Yeah, how many times have you been asked by your colleagues in the corrosion control industry, why do we have two associations that are addressing the same issues? We have a common objective, and that's to fight corrosion. So why do our customers have to make decisions on whose education program should I use? Whose certification program should I use? Which standard should I write into my specifications? That's not going to be an issue anymore. We're going to have one, as you say, a one-stop shop for all our customers to come and get all the programs and products and services they need in one place.
I couldn't have said it better, Chris. That being said, let's hand it back to Bob.
Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Chris. Now I'd like to introduce the incoming chair and vice chair of the new organization's other governance board, which will have oversight of our membership services, certification programs, accreditation programs, advocacy, and public affairs activities. Tim Bieri is our incoming chair, and Sam Scaturo is our incoming vice chair. Sam, Tim, it's all yours.
Thanks, Bob. For months now, both Sam and I have been using the term new org in our town halls and the communications that have come out from NACE and SSPC. One of the most frequent questions that we get is, what will the new name be? We're tired of saying new org. You're tired of hearing new org. And so we're really excited to be here and present the new name and logo of our association. A lot of thought and effort has gone into this, and it can be said, trying to find a new brand identity is similar to finding a needle in a stack of needles. I'm going to turn it over to Sam to tell you more.
Thanks, Tim. We're really excited to be able to announce the new name of our organization as the Association for Materials Protection and Performance, AMPP. We are AMP. AMP is an exciting new venture, taking over from the old NACE organization and SSPC organization. 75-year plus history in both of these two great organizations, based on NACE's side being corrosion protection, cathodic protection, and SSPC's side of the coin being coatings. But now over that long history, we have gotten into all kinds of different protection of assets for owners, new materials and design. And now we're a much more diverse world spread across the entire globe. And it's a collection of individuals doing all kinds of interesting things in the industry. And we want to make sure that this new organization is going to support each and every one of them. Tim?
Thanks, Sam. You know, we spent a lot of time agonizing over each and every word in the name. We selected materials, I think, as Sam said, because most everything that we work with are materials. We build materials, or we use materials to build infrastructure, equipment, airplanes, boats, ships, pipelines. Everywhere that we work, materials is a key component. We work in the protection space because we're trying to make those materials last and perform as long as possible in the environment that they're going to be working in. So we protect is a core principle, and it's fundamental to why we exist. Protection is our common goal.
Thanks, Tim. Just to the left of the AMP brand, we have a logo. The logo at its core is a circle. The circle represents the globe. It represents the global nature of our members, the global nature of our the companies that represent our members. Around the outside of the logo is a hexagon shape. The hexagon is found in both science and nature, and that shape is core to what we do. It provides a shield of protection around the globe and around the assets that we are protecting as an organization. Tim?
Thanks, Sam. In addition to the name of the new association and our logo, we have a tagline. And a tagline is simply a statement that defines who we are and what we do. And our tagline is the global leaders in materials protection and performance. We think it defines both where we are around the globe as well as what we do in the materials protection and performance space. And I just wanted to share a few thoughts around what our new association means to me. When I look out across our corrosion coatings industry, our legacy industries, we're firmly planted with one foot there. But we also are trying to be forward thinking and have a foot planted in the future. As the world changes, as materials change going forward, we have important roles to play. There's no other association that provides the depth and breadth of materials protection and performance related information or standards or education or certification than what AMP will bring to the table going forward. Sam?
Thanks, Tim. That was very well put. For me, as a small coatings contractor from the northeastern part of the United States, what I'm most excited about is the fact that we're now a merged organization of approximately 40,000 members that have a wonderful opportunity to get together, that can share ideas, that can work on ways to expand our businesses and opportunities that our businesses can find. So for me, I'm just really excited to get to know people from different parts of the globe, find out what they do, and figure out how I can do things better to improve my business. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Bob.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'd like to ask all of our presenters from today to join me now. I also want to take the opportunity to thank each of you for your incredible leadership and the hard work you've done for our members, our customers, our staff, and the industries we serve. Without your vision and steadfast commitment, we would not be here today. I'd also like to thank the many, many members who stepped up to be a part of this process. I think we all knew this would be a lot of work, but I'm not sure we ever imagined just how many moving parts there would be. We could not have made it to this point without the dedication of an unbelievable volunteer workforce, and I'd like us to take the opportunity to share their names with you. A great big thank you to all of our volunteers who've worked so tirelessly over the last several months to get us to where we're at today. I want to thank all of you who joined us here today, and in the months ahead, we will be keeping you informed as we continue to integrate and transition all NACE and SSPC programming into AMPP. As this happens, we will be keeping you informed with town halls, a weekly newsletter, through our new website, ampp.org, and of course the old websites, which aren't going away just yet, as well as on our social media platforms. And as always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us, and we now have a new toll-free number. Thank you for joining us today. We very much look forward to serving you through AMPP today and into the future. I wish you all a great day.